We guard much harder. We communicate because the bench can help them. In the second half, any team, especially a good team, the communication now becomes on you. And that's where we break down. So we give up 53 points in the second half. It's happened about 3 or 4 games in a row because when ownership has to go to the team in the second half on the defensive end of the floor, we're not doing it. We don't have any defensive leadership out there. We don't have enough communication. And that's been a problem for about 4 or 5 games. It's been a big problem. It's been a big problem. They're running the same stuff. They're not changing anything. They're running the same sideline ball screen they ran the first half. So they're throwing the ball diagonal like they did in the first half. But when we're there, we can get there and close out because we're screaming at them. And when they have to rely on one another, you see the blown switches. You see all the same stuff that they know. So whether it's fatigue, whether it's toughness, whether it's communication, it's probably a combination of all three. That's how you lose the game. And that's how we've lost about 4 or 5 games, the same exact way. Not our effort in the first half was fantastic. The play in the first half was 5 guys doled over on the floor. That gives you a chance, but it's a 40-minute game. It's a 40-minute game. But I give Virginia Tech credit because at the end of the day, I give them credit because those guys were shooting the ball to win. We weren't always that late. We maybe half a step late. They knocked it in. We had open shots, or the same half a step late by them. We miss. Difference. And that's the difference in the game. They're playing to win. We're not. You know, we're not shooting the ball with the confidence to win it, and we're not getting the stops you need to get to win it. It's as simple as that.
Jim, they had 6 guys in double figures. Were they just able to come at you from all angles?
No, I mean, they're good players. I mean, they made shots. I mean, they did. They made shots. They're a good offensive team. They spread you out very, very well, and they made shots. When we were half a second late, they made it. They made it. We weren't. We had open shots too. We shot 50%. We had open shots. We could have shot 60% in the second half. We missed open shots.
Jim, what happened? What was the defensive game plan against Tech going into the game?
That we were going to make sure we heavy tag and sprint the shooters on the thing, and then we changed up a little bit. We hard hedged because they were trying to diagonaling the ball, which really helped us in the end of the first half. And then in the second half, we were just playing lethargic on defensive end of the floor.
Jim, the home schedule closes up today.
Mhm.
Obviously more games to play, but it seems like they're more competitive. I mean, are you happy with the growth of the team? Or
I mean, long term, probably. I mean, we played better. I mean, we played the right way. You know, we forced 19 turnovers today, but we end up with 5 assists in the second half. We're not playing to win yet. We're not understanding yet the price you have to pay to win in this league. So the price is not a 30-minute effort. The price is 40 minutes every possession. Every possession is valuable. We have not done that yet. We have not done it consistently from an effort standpoint, from an understanding standpoint. So we shot 14 threes in the second half. Barely got to the foul line. Well, you're not going to beat this team that way. It's not how anybody beats them. In the first half, we did everything you're supposed to do to win. We drove the ball. We got it to the foul line. We got stops. We attacked them in transition. The problem for our team, either through fatigue, through mental toughness or physical toughness, we don't play the same way in the second half of games. And in this league, that's death. For 3 minutes, it's death. For 3 minutes, it's death. And that's what we did. So what was it? 54-50 about what, 10 minutes ago? So we played 30 minutes of the way you need to play to be in the game. And then we stopped. And it's frustrating to me. It's frustrating to them. And, you know, we just got to get better at it. We just got to get tougher. And we got to work harder. All of us.
Jim, sort of on that point, with about 12 and a half minutes left to go, you're only down by 4. Then Mo gets teed up, and you kind of lost them from that point on. Are you concerned about just sort of how the team kind of?
Am I concerned about it?
Yeah.
About a technical?
Well,
I'm always concerned about a technical foul. It's to me a very selfish thing to do. He'd be the first one to tell you that, because now that's not about a team thing. It's about you, and he knows that. He feels worse than anybody in that locker room. He's been a guy that has been great all year long. He lost his head at a pivotal time, and it obviously hurt. It took all of our momentum away and gave them momentum. So, yeah, I'm upset. He's upset because, you know, it's not indicative of who he is and not who he's been all year long. He was frustrated, and it's not right. And, you know, Nico did it at Wake Forest. You know, guys can't get emotional in the middle of the game because you can't be about you, and unfortunately for that 1 second it was, and he feels awful about it. I know he does. He's a good kid.
I know you were inside at halftime, but was there any connection with your guys and John Bagley and Dana?
Well, they were here yesterday. It was great. We showed our team highlights of them, talked about all their accomplishments before practice. They visited us at practice. It was great. It's important for our guys to know the history. You know, I'm disappointed we didn't perform better for those guys because, you know, it's part of their memory. On the night that it's a special night for them. I was hoping we could have given them a better performance. So I'm disappointed. Disappointed for our seniors, too.
Bowman went down a couple times.
Yeah.
Just cramps.
Cramps.
Basic.
Yeah, cramps.
Were you the guy that recruited Seth Allen to Maryland?
No, Spinelli. Scott Spinelli. Yeah.
Coach, not to overlook Notre Dame or Clemson, but you guys have shown that you can hang in there with some of the powerhouses in this conference. And what are any expectations or goals if they've been addressed so far for the ACC tournament?
We haven't really talked about it, to be honest with you. It's a good question. It's like new life type thing, but we haven't talked about it. Obviously, Notre Dame and Clemson, two really good teams, both on the road, both playing for a lot. So, I mean, we just, like I said, I'm really just disappointed for our seniors today. I mean, I wanted them to have this game today because it was a great memory. Everybody remembers senior night. You don't care if the team won 30 games or won 10 games. You remember senior night, and I wanted those guys to have a better memory. So I'm disappointed in that.
Sort of going off of that.
You don't need the microphone. I'm right here, 5 feet from you.
Going off of that point, Garland had that nice stretch.
Played great.
Where he had 6 points in a couple minutes. Is it nice to see him
Yeah, it was great.
have that moment?
It was great to see him have that moment. It was great. He played hard. Guys were, Garland is a guy that, you could see the reaction from the teammates when he does that, right? I mean, everybody was excited. Coaches were excited for him. He's worked really hard. He kind of, he's kind of taken a diminished role this year and handled it with a lot of class, and I respect him for that. And he deserved to have the night he had tonight, so I was proud of him. I just wanted the overall memory to be better. Yep.
Coach Popovich had some great
Yeah.
plays, but
Yep.
5 fouls in 8 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this was a game he should have played 26, 27 minutes. So, you got to keep showing him. He fouls a lot. 2 of them offensive screens. So, unfortunately, because he was the guy tonight. I mean, this was a game he should have played 25, 26 minutes. That was my plan going in. And then he picked up, because I knew he would be hard for them to guard in the post. So he picked up, 2 in the first minute he was in there. So that hurt. Then he had a great stretch and fouled out on a ball screen. Should have slipped.
Coach, Connor KD, 22 minutes. A lot of that comes as a center. You
What?
you guys.
Connor? Yeah, I mean, he gave us the ability a little bit today to switch on some things, so with that we don't usually do. Offensively, he's a very smart player. He knows where to get the ball. I'm sure he was probably disappointed. I thought he probably would have wanted to have played better tonight than he did. I thought he was – sometimes the emotion of senior night kind of gets these guys. I thought he looked tired tonight, and probably some of that's the emotion of senior night and the thing. But he's, another guy. He's just not a guy that the stat sheet always tells his impact on the team. And, he's a great kid. All right, thank you. Appreciate you.